Phishing, a prevalent and insidious cyber threat, lurks within the confines of our digital inboxes. This malicious strategy, coined from the word phishing, originated during the 1990s. The term phishing was first used in 1996 by hackers, stealing AOL accounts and passwords. It is a method that utilizes the tactics of deception, much like the angling tactic a fisherman uses, hence the name. Over time, it has evolved and grown more sophisticated, employing clever disguises, impersonating trustworthy entities like internet service providers or ISPs, banking institutions, or other types of service providers. The ultimate goal: to dupe recipients into divulging their personal data. These scams ingeniously weave a complex web of social engineering and spoofing, tricking users into clicking on seemingly innocuous links that lead to counterfeit web pages. These web pages are expertly designed to mirror legitimate sites, further convincing the unsuspecting user of its authenticity. Despite this high level of sophistication, there are a multitude of telltale signs of deceit. One of the most common is when the URL fails to match the authentic website. There can be variations in spelling or completely different domains, an obvious mismatch that should make you skeptical. Subtle discrepancies in design or graphics can also often betray the fraudulent nature of the page, such as incorrect logo placements or changes in the color scheme that don't match the brand's identity. Emails or messages from unknown sources or those that ask for personal information outright can be major red flags. Even poor grammar and spelling errors in emails can often indicate a scam. Pop-up windows asking for immediate action or instilling a sense of urgency are also common tactics used by fraudsters to rush victims into making a mistake. Therefore, the age-old advice to validate email links and avoid clicking them without due diligence remains crucial. Cybercriminals deploy numerous cunning tactics, two of which are typosquatting and URL hijacking. These two techniques are especially deceptive, as they rely on the use of URLs that are strikingly similar to legitimate ones, but with subtle modifications. Typosquatting is when a cybercriminal creates a fake website with a URL is a common misspelling or typographical error of a real website. URL hijacking, on the other hand, is when a hacker diverts the user from the real site they wanted to visit by creating a fake site with a URL that is deceptively similar to the real one. For example, google.com quote might be sneakily changed to goggle.com, quote, a slight variation that can easily misguide users. In addition to these, there is also the tactic of pretexting, where false situations are created, such as counterfeit visa calls about utility payments, to trick victims into disclosing sensitive information under the pretense of providing aid. Pharming is a deceptive cyber maneuver where hackers manipulate domain servers to divert users to illegitimate websites, an aspect of cybercrime that represents an alarming evolution in the landscape of phishing. It moves beyond the traditional phishing practice by not just relying on user error via deceptive emails, but instead silently rerouting the digital traffic directly to fraudulent sites. In this malicious strategy, the attackers trick the domain name system, the internet's equivalent to a phone book, to redirect internet users to sham websites, all the while appearing to be genuine. Users in their unsuspecting state then provide their credentials on these counterfeit websites, assuming they're legitimate. It's a double-pronged attack that mixes classic phishing with an insidious redirection scheme. This advanced tactic, known as pharming, creates a perilous scenario that drastically intensifies the risk and impact of fraud. It's not just the users who are fooled. Even sophisticated antivirus systems can find it tough to detect such deception due to its seamless execution. In essence, pharming amplifies the threat in the world of cybercrime, making it increasingly difficult to ensure digital safety and online data integrity. The attacker's modus operandi extends to telephonic avenues via vishing, a method involving voice phishing techniques. An attacker might pose as a bank representative, a tax officer, or even a charity organization, often using spoofed local numbers to trick recipients into divulging personal information like credit card numbers or social security details. Equally, smishing or SMS phishing exploits text messages, not just mere texts. It could be a message disguised as a bank alert, a notification from a reputed courier company, or even a seemingly harmless survey link. These messages dupe users into clicking on malicious links or sharing sensitive details. These tactics, just two among a vast array of strategies, are deployed to extract critical information or extort money from unsuspecting victims. The progression of these scams takes a darker turn with spear phishing, a considerably more focused tactic where particular individuals or groups become the bullseye. In this approach, the attackers meticulously craft highly personalized attacks. They leverages publicly available information gleaned from social media and websites to make these deceptive communications as convincing as possible. It's a strategy that relies on the power of persuasion and psychological manipulation, as attackers masquerade as trusted entities to lure unsuspecting targets into sharing confidential information. But spear phishing evolves into an even more sinister form known as whaling. In whaling, the predators in question are not after the small fish, but the big ones. They focus their attention on high-ranking individuals within organizations, often C-level executives or administrators who have access to critical accounts or sensitive corporate data. It's a high-stakes game where one successful attack can grant attackers unrestricted access to an organization's financial or data infrastructure. Given the potential catastrophic outcomes such as financial loss or data breaches, these incidents have quickly become a pressing concern for enterprises worldwide. The magnitude of the threat posed by spear phishing and whaling underscores the importance of robust cybersecurity measures. The paramount significance of imparting knowledge to individuals and organizations about these continuously adapting phishing strategies is worth emphasizing twofold. At its core, education is the first line of defense, providing invaluable insights into recognizing, understanding, and responding to these threats in a timely and effective manner. It helps in demystifying complex concepts, thus empowering individuals and organizations to manage potential risks confidently. Heightening vigilance is equally important. It involves staying constantly alert to any abnormalities in system behavior or correspondence, which could signify a phishing attempt. A vigilant approach can significantly decrease the risk of falling prey to such malicious tactics. Implementing thorough cybersecurity protocols is another crucial aspect of a robust defense system. These protocols serve as procedural guidelines for detecting, managing, and preventing cyber threats. Regularly updating these protocols to account for emerging threats makes them a dynamic tool for defense. The efficacy of these defenses is greatly reinforced by regular training sessions. These sessions help in keeping abreast with the latest phishing tactics, thus enhancing the ability to recognize and combat such threats effectively. By fostering a culture of cybersecurity awareness, we not only equip ourselves with the knowledge and tools to counteract attacks, but also instill a sense of shared responsibility among all stakeholders. This collective effort is instrumental in ensuring a fortified defense against the ever-evolving and increasingly sophisticated landscape of cyber threats. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more technical discussions. Until next time, comrades.